All right, we are live and ready for our second matchup of this A-10 Varsity Showcase here at Lee Summit West High School. We have a fantastic matchup here between the Grandview Bulldogs and the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers, and both of these teams are teams who would like to pick up a win on a bigger stage here. As our first contest ran a little long, we apologize for that. We ran into some technology issues, but we've overcome all of that. We are ready for our second contest. The Grandview Bulldogs sit at 11-5 on the year, and the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers at 6-13. And we've now entered the month of February, which can be a make or break month for many high school teams on both the Kansas and Missouri side. These obviously two Missouri schools. Grandview playing in the Suburban League and Lincoln Prep in the Interscholastic League. They are both about a month away from postseason play. Grandview, a well-drilled team, coached by Prentice Potts, and Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers have endured a very tough schedule this year, but after this game, heading into an easier portion, and there is our first basket of the ball game. Jaden Renfro, the tallest player on the court at 6'7", and lethal range from downtown. That is very hard to guard. Block on the other end, and Grandview's running. This is Renfro, controls, has options, and just a little bit behind there is our colleague Sean Brewer, picks up the ball out of bounds. That is an early turnover. So Lincoln Prep face a little bit of full court pressure today. Nothing too serious, but enough ball pressure to induce a couple turnovers possibly. Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers coached by Marcus Johnson, and I was saying earlier, after this game, they are heading towards an easier part of their schedule, more conference play. They do not play a team with a winning record currently for the rest of the season. Chance to get a big boost and head into the postseason with some momentum. Good defensive possession here from the Bulldogs. Defense from Kirkwood on the far side, and a travel is called, and that is the ideal possession for Coach Prentice Potts. 40 seconds of good defense and a nice double team there on the far side results in a turnover, and Grandview retains possession. Kirkwood to the corner, gets it back, drives with his left, cutting in, and just a little bit too high for Kobe Johnson. As the other player with height on the court at 6'6", talented junior, and this will be one of the taller and scarier post duos in the state of Missouri next year, and Jaden Renfro and Kobe Johnson, who will both be back for their senior campaign. Offensive rebound, hook shot off the glass, doesn't go, and a foul on the rebound against Cam Tate, 6-foot sophomore. That is his second foul, so 2 quick fouls see him to the bench probably for the remainder of the first quarter, and Marcus Johnson wants to talk that over. Zion Simmons will come in his place and get some earlier first quarter minutes than expected. Lincoln Prep out of their rotation a little bit now. They're going to go to the post again, and already too much height from the Bulldogs. 5 points to none for the Blue Tigers. A strip there. Will stay down low with Lincoln Prep. Just too much height on that last layup, easily getting into the post and laying it home. 5-point ball game. Driving with the left, cutting inside, stripped, got it back, and now an open 3-point look. That one does not go. Fighting for the offensive rebound with the Tigers, then a turnover. Simmons just short. Ball still fought for, and Simmons is fouled. Bit of a frustration foul there from Kean Arendale. Tigers hustle for a couple offensive rebounds. There's 5'10" Zach Shelby in there, doing some offensive boards work to extend the possession. Simmons outlet to Shelby. This is Darian Brown with it. And that is thrown away, and a miscommunication there on the far side. Naeem Muhammad looking for Aaron Cornelius and threw it out of bounds. Cornelius cut when Muhammad was not expecting. Grandview forces another turnover. Bulldogs trying to edge closer to a home playoff game. That off the backboard, no good. Good hustle on the rebound. Floater up and in. Textbook offensive rebounding and hustle there from Josiah Kirkwood. Another junior who the Bulldogs will get another year out of next year. Lays at home. Quick 7-0 run to start the game. Good defense, another turnover. Now running, this is Aiden Lee. Lee driving and is stripped. The foul is called from behind on Aaron Cornelius, so it will be on the near side for the Bulldogs. Seven, 0 our score. Grandview up by a touchdown early. And doing some post work, lost it out of bounds, and turnovers aplenty on both sides. That one is one that Kean Arundel would like to have back. DeAndre Nichols, the sophomore, checks into the game. Long outlet pass, and the full court pressure does not pan out for the Bulldogs that time. Easily broken by some good vision, and the first points of the game for Naeem Muhammad and the Blue Tigers. Now driving, getting bumped on the way there, no call, but a free path to the basket for Kirkwood. He lays it in. Full court pressure from the Bulldogs. They're gonna look to trap that sideline pass. Shelby to Muhammad. This is Brown. Brown driving, cuts in, little floater. Left it short, got it back, up and under, and a foul called on that second shot attempt. So Brown will look to get two the old-fashioned way. 9-2 our score. An impressive showing from the Grandview cheerleaders. I think there's 22 of them if I'm counting right. Now checking out is Kobe Johnson. Gives way to Wazell Pickens. Brown hits the first to cut it to 6. And he hits the second, so both good at the line for Darian Brown, and a timeout called by Marcus Johnson. He wants to talk things over. Grandview out to an early 5-point lead. We will take a break. Be back in 30 seconds with more action from the 810 Varsity Showcase at Lee Summit West High School. So we restart play now with Grandview Bulldogs holding a 5-point lead. First time out of the game used by Marcus Johnson. Kirkwood has it on the near side. To move it around this 2-3 zone. New look defensively for the Blue Tigers. They get it inside. Pickens lost it. Clever strip, and now an outlet pass. This is Cornelius driving up and under, and he got it, plus the foul. Aaron Cornelius drives in. Count the basket. He will shoot an extra. That first free throw is off the left side of the rim and cleared by the Bulldogs. Kirkwood quickly down to Pickens. Pickens is close to that line and stepped on it. Another turnover that Bulldogs are going to need to look to clean up pretty quickly. Now you see this sort of diamond press. Logan Prep clears it to the sideline like they've been doing. That pass mishandled, saved, but That could have been unwise, as now it's a fast break. Kirkwood gonna pull up and shoot from 3. He got it. Possibly an unwise shot from a coaching perspective, but it earns the maximum amount of points. And Grandview now doubling up the Blue Tigers 12-6. Brown drives, draws the whole defense, kicks out. Bulldogs wanted to travel, and nice little floater there from Zion Simmons. He's got 4. 4-point game. This is Nichols. Nichols again. Aiden Lee with it on the far side. Try to break in and turn it over again. Darian Brown with the steal, now driving. He's got an option in the corner. Cornelius strip going up, ball out of bounds, and it will remain underneath for the Blue Tigers. Already seeing the versatility of this Bulldogs team as they've played a 9-man rotation so far. Makai Husky into the game. Muhammad dribbling to his left, pulls up from about 15 and missed the rim. Rebound cleared, now Kirkwood. Kirkwood has Brown one-on-one. He goes up and under, fell to the ground, off his knee and out of bounds. It is yet another turnover for the Bulldogs, their 5th of this first quarter, and that is not a pace they can keep up and win at. 3 fouls apiece for both teams, 12-8 in favor of the Bulldogs. Darian Brown with it. Into the middle. This is Cornelius. Swings to Simmons, who goes down low. Layup blocked by Pickens. And now an outlet. Crossing over, driving into the lane, stopping and finding Pickens. Puts up a floater, doesn't go. A rebound cleared by Shelby, but he gives it away. Kirkwood plus the foul and 1. That is a play that Zach Shelby would like to have back. He did well to clear the rebound, but good awareness from Josiah Kirkwood, the 5'10" ball handler junior. Found the pass giveaway and laid it up and in. He will shoot the point after. It is off the right side of the rim, and Shelby grabs it. Brown faces some pressure in the backcourt. Now a triple team on that near side. Brown has to go airborne to claim that pass and set up the half-court offense. Off Shelby's foot, grabbed by Kirkwood. Kirkwood's got a head of steam, 2 following him, but he lays it up and in easily. And it's 4 straight for Kirkwood, and a 16-8 advantage. Brown in some trouble, gets out of it. That is a daring pass that finds its target, and Cornelius lays it up and in. Boy, maybe not the traditional press break, but an exciting one. Gets the Blue Tigers a layup in the end. Open 3-point look, that is in and out. And DeAndre Nichols. Simmons, immediate catch and shoot. Missed the rim again, now Pickens. Pickens drives into the front court. Down low, back to Pickens, who goes up, plus a foul. Shot misses everything, but that is a 2nd foul on Zach Shelby. Who's a rebounder for this Blue Tigers team and not somebody that they can afford to sit this early in the contest. First free throw is up, and it is good from Pickens. We'll get some substitutions here. 48 seconds to go in this first quarter. It's a 17-10 ball game. Grandview Bulldogs started hot, up 7-0, and we have split the last 20 points to get to this point. Pickens to make the lead 8. It rolls off and out of bounds to the Blue Tigers. Toby Johnson will come back in to play the last minute of this first quarter. Of course, this Grandview program is such a historic program with back-to-back state title runs in 2018 and 2019. Trying to get back to those glory days, and it has been a very solid year for them so far. I don't think any losses that they would complain about All learning experiences before the postseason. That is a blocking foul, and a couple of free throws coming for Darian Brown. But absolutely Class 5 state aspirations. Today's showcase a good opportunity for them to get a preview of postseason play. Lincoln Prep and Grandview are Class 7 and Class 8 respectively. Excuse me, District 7 and District 8, both Class 5 schools. Darian Brown will shoot his second. It is right there, and he cuts the lead to 5. And now we're going to get an over-the-line call on the Grandview Bulldogs, and that is the right call because they were trying to exchange handoffs, and they stepped over the line while doing it before the inbounds pass, and looks like Prentice Potts agrees with that call. Just a mental error that gives away a free possession to the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers. This is Brown with it. Hard to handle, but he got it back. Slips again. Still ball handling, doubled and loses it. Kobe Johnson grabs it. This is Arendale, long outlet pass, saved, layup, foul, and a couple of free throws coming. A very impressive save from Jaden Renfro, athletic play. Keep that ball in bounds, and then we got an injury on the far side, and that looks like it is Aaron Cornelius. So into the game comes Ellis von Fintel. 16.8 to go in this first quarter. Cornelius looks like he would be all right, getting a little bit of look on the sideline. Free throw is right there. Lead back up to 6. Already in the bonus are the Grandview Bulldogs. Early foul trouble for the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers, and both free throws good at the line, so 7-point game. Simmons driving, gives to Brown. Brown wants to hold it for last shot. 5 on the clock. Brown drives with his right, puts up a floater that rolls in, and Lincoln Prep takes a couple of points to head into the quarter break. It is a 5-point lead for the Grandview Bulldogs. 19-14 our score. We'll be back in just a minute. We are back and ready for the second quarter of action between the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers and the Grandview Bulldogs. It is a 19-14 advantage, and most of those points for Lincoln Prep coming off of breaking the Grandview press. Grandview been able to generate some points off of that as well. Simmons comes back to get the ball, and we are ready to play 8 more minutes. 5-point game. Blue Tigers hanging around. Simmons dribbling on the perimeter for a little bit too long, and he dribbled twice. There's the call, so Grandview forces a turnover. Been a lot of those in the first quarter on both sides. Good defense, but also a couple of fixable small mental errors for both teams to clean up. It's Renfro down low, Johnson. Gives back to Renfro, he can shoot that, so they have to get out on it. Steady throws a pass that was taken away. This is Von Fintel driving, hands it off. Brown gets both in the air and actually was kicked by the jumping Jaden Renfro. So the foul is on the floor. Foul goes on Kobe Johnson, but Jaden Renfro was so high in the air and Darian Brown was ducking so low. Foot actually caught his head. So Lincoln Prep has it from underneath the basket. Brown driving, hands off. Shelby open layup plus the foul, and he will do it the old-fashioned way. From the stripe. Looks like he was a little bit shaken up on that play, and we'll try to shake it off. And he gets it to go. Our lead down to 2. Bulldogs with it up front. Now in a 1-3-1, couple different defensive looks from Lincoln Prep. Good coaching by Marcus Johnson. Just keeping the options moving. Another pass of Renfro's tipped. Now on the right side, Kirkwood hands it off. Open three-point look for Aiden Lee. Off the back rim. Kirkwood grabs another offensive rebound, throws up a lob. It is claimed, and then a little hook shot missed. Shelby grabs the rebound, long outlet pass. That is a bullet, left-handed layup, good. Zach Shelby should be looking into the quarterback position. Fantastic 80-foot heave for an open layup. Plays good defense and claims a rebound. Boy, how about Zach Shelby putting in some work. This game is tied. Brown loses it. Now up ahead, 2-on-1. Grandview's got to find a bucket here. Open three-point look for Kirkwood, and he nails it. They didn't get it on the fast break, but Josiah Kirkwood finds a three. Boy, a wild minute of play there. Shelby, a little bit lucky with that pass. It leads to an open three-point look that doesn't go. Von Fintel grabs an offensive rebound. Open three-point look for Darian Brown off the back rim. Lee gives to Kirkwood. Kirkwood drives with his left inside. Johnson fouled by Shelby, and that is a third foul on Zach Shelby. And that might prove to be a little bit of early trouble. Excuse me, that is just his second. I thought it was his third. A third would be much bigger trouble. For the Lincoln Prep big man, that free throw is rattled home and lead back up to 4. Johnson, the 6'6" junior. That one off the backboard and the back rim, but Kirkwood grabs his third offensive rebound of the game. Jumper doesn't go, but tipped back up and in by Kobe Johnson. So keeping the play alive once again, resulting in extra points. How about Josiah Kirkwood? Been the best player on the floor so far. Johnson stole it and then had his pocket picked again by Cam Tate. Tate to Simmons. Simmons drives, crosses over, inside, strip going up, and a foul is called on Kian Arundale. That will actually be a shooting foul, so a couple of free throws coming for Zion Simmons. 25-19, our score, 5-12. Going this first quarter, excuse me, first half. And a 6-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Simmons puts it up, and that rattles out. Johnson pulls it down. This is Kirkwood. Kirkwood on Von Fintel. Goes under the screen. open three-point look from the top of the key. Offensive rebound grabbed, and then a hard foul as a result of that rebounding collision. And Lee a little bit shaken up, but he will pop up all right. And we are in the 1-and-1 for both teams. So a free throw and possibly another coming for Lee. It's been a real theme of the game so far, offensive rebounding. So many free points given back by the Blue Tigers to Grandview offensive rebounds. Lincoln Prep has been able to find a lot of free points from Grandview turnovers. Will definitely be a battle of halftime adjustments for both of these teams. 7-point ball game right now. Aiden Lee with the back end of his 1-and-1 knocks it down and lead up to 8. Now Tate throws it through the press and broken on the near sideline pretty easily again, and then given away by Muhammad. Up ahead of the pack, this is Renfro. Thought about a three, gives it back. Aiden Lee wide open, he'll hit that all day long if you give him that much space, and a timeout called by Marcus Johnson. It's an 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes of play by the Bulldogs. We will step aside for a full timeout. You're watching the 810 Varsity Showcase on 810 Varsity. So a quick little reset for you. The Grandview Bulldogs on an 11-0 run. Marcus Johnson had to call timeout. Help the Blue Tigers think about things and settle down here. The pressure defensively from the Bulldogs resulting in some free points. Darian Brown with it on the near side. Brown driving in, had it stripped, got it back. They thought about a long three. Now Brown far side. New defensive look for the Bulldogs, a 2-3 zone. It's a good defensive possession so far, Brown. Now Cornelius, who's back in the game after being shaken up in the first quarter. Long three, Cam Tate is short. Shelby grabs an offensive rebound, thought about going back up. Now Brown driving in. Kicked it to the far side. That is a 2-point look, and Cam Tate makes it count, his second shot of the possession. Stops the run, cuts it to 9. This is Renfro with it up top. Jaden Renfro hands it off, another open three look, and they're gonna have to start getting out on Aiden Lee, the 5'9" sharpshooter. It's his second in the last minute of play. Largest lead of the first half at 12. Out of bounds is called on Arion Cornelius, who was trying to come get that cross-court pass and stepped on the line in the process. 12-point ball game. 15 fouls split between the two teams here in this first half. Renfro has space to go up and lays it up and in. Way too much height there on that matchup. Cam Tate was down a full 7 inches in the post, and Renfro lays it in. That is picked off by Kirkwood, who dribbles up the right sideline, stops and pops from 10, a little strong. Rebound grabbed by Shelby, who lost it, and a foul called on Renfro from behind, so we will shoot another 1-and-1. Shelby got a little bit lucky there. I think he was regretting his long pass decision and wanted to instead take a step back, which would have been a travel, but foul was called instead. Shelby's first free throw is off the back rim. Scrum for the rebound and grabbed by the 6'7" Renfro. Up the court quickly. Left-handed layup goes. That is a nice awareness play there from Josiah Kirkwood, and Ken Arendale adds to this run. It is now an 18-2 run in this second quarter. Gonna get a charge call. Great awareness again from Kirkwood to stay on the block and take the charge on the kick out. Kept his feet down, and that is always a coach's dream, and Potts giving him some love for that heads-up play. 2:20 to go in this first half. 37-21 lead for the Bulldogs. Kobe Johnson with it, drives, spins with his left. That shot's almost unguardable if it goes. Rolls off the rim. Brown with it. He's going to be doubled pretty quickly. They've been trying to double as soon as he crosses the half-court line all day, and a reach-in is called on Lee, which results in another 1-and-1. (37-21) remains our score. That is the third foul on Aiden Lee, who's hit a couple of threes in this second quarter, but he will take a rest for the rest of the first half. Brown hits his first. Lincoln Prep just trying to recover from this Grandview run and stay in the contest. Of course, we've got great basketball coming up for you the rest of today. Our nightcap, which, as my colleague Sean Brewer mentioned, is going to be shifted back quite a bit. For all of our expected times today, you can push them back about 30 minutes. Our nightcap being at 8 probably moves to about 8:30. That is a long three-point look and another splash, no rim for Jaden Renfro. That is the largest lead of the first half again at 17. And there's nothing you can do about a 6'7" winger with that release. Muhammad. Now Cam Tate can shoot from this range, thinking about it. Kirkwood did well to not reach, and Renfro gets in the passing lane. Now Kirkwood ahead of everybody. Left-handed layup goes. Good defense to offense. Renfro and Kirkwood have done that a time or two. Grandview bordering now on blowout territory. This is Muhammad with it, looking for Shelby. Muhammad drives with his left. Yes, he was going to get doubled and got out of it. Darian Brown drives with his right. That is stripped and picked up by Renfro. 2-on-1. That is a lob, and oh, would have been a nice slam. Good try there on the fast break. Some smiles from the Grandview bench. At 6'7", Jaden Renfro can absolutely get up there. Not a bad look from DeAndre Nichols. The pass is a little lower. We've got our first slam of the game. Lincoln Prep gets the ball back. Ahmed drives, lost it, stripped, swarmed in the corner, and picked up by Nichols. Driving with the ball is Goolsby, who hands it off. Renfro up and one. He will shoot another, and Jaden Renfro is unstoppable right now. He's got the last 5, chance to make it the last 6, and Grandview very close to putting this game out of reach. Free throw off the back rim. Kirkwood in the offensive rebound contention again, but claimed by Shelby. Now Tate. Tate drives, looking for contact, lays it up and in. Lincoln Prep gets a quick basket. Grandview wanting to hold for the last shot here. They do well to pull it out. 6 seconds on the clock. Kirkwood drives, kicks out. Goolsby thought about it. Now needs to get a shot off. Does. It's partially blocked, so we will go into halftime with the Grandview Bulldogs up 44-25 on the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers. Stick around through this 10-minute halftime and join us for the second half of action. You're watching the 8-10 Varsity Showcase. Both teams have switched ends, and we are ready for the second half of play between the Grandview Bulldogs and the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers. The first half was closely contested up until about midway through the second quarter when the Bulldogs took over. It was Josiah Kirkwood and Jaden Renfro who absolutely took over this ball game, ripped off a 25-6 run to go into halftime, and 19-point advantage coming out of the break for the Bulldogs. Lob for Renfro that does not pan out, but he's able to grab it. Corner three, left a little bit short. Lee tips the rebound to Johnson. Johnson strip going up. Shot off the backboard doesn't go. He gets it back again and lays it up and in, and injured on that play was Naeem Muhammad. Now driving into the basket and strip going up, but a foul called on Arundel. 21-point ball game now. A couple of free throws coming for Cam Tate, who has had to step in today, and he's had a couple of long shots. That is the third foul on Arundel, so he will stay in the ball game. Tate will put it up again. Both good, so he offsets the early bucket, and now some full court pressure from the Blue Tigers to try to get back into this game, but Kirkwood too good of a ball handler, and he clears it on his own. Renfro driving, tried to swing it to Johnson, and miscommunication there, and it went out of bounds. Potts letting him know on the far sideline that he's 6'7", and nobody is stopping him to just go and drive that ball and get an easy bucket. Instead, he tried to pass to his comrade in the post, Johnson, and lost it out of bounds. Arundel almost stripped there. He has to be careful not to foul. He's got three. Gets a free steal instead. Finds Lee. Lee thought about it from 15. Now pulls up. Johnson, floater, rims out. Renfro lays it up. That doesn't go. Lee got it back again, and a foul is called on Shelby. Couple of layups there that the Bulldogs have to convert. They get it back though, and Lee will try to do it from the line. That is the third foul on Zach Shelby, and that is definitely trouble for the Blue Tigers. A fourth foul here would just be killer. Lee puts that up and rolls it off the right side of the rim. Now checking into the game for the first time for the Blue Tigers, Braden Saunders, 5'10" senior. Shelby stays in the game. Second free throw rims out, and Darian Brown grabs the rebound. Tate is trapped, gets out of it. Now Brown driving on Renfro, gets all the way under, and Saunders is blocked by a combination of Johnson and Renfro, and then Tate strips the ball on the near sideline and knocked Kirkwood down. It was a clean play, and Grandview will take the ball. Hustle applauded by Tate to get to that ball. Braden Saunders thought he had a free layup, and then 6'7" and 6'6" came out of nowhere. I think they both got a hand on that ball. Johnson picks up the tipped inbound pass, finds Kirkwood. Kirkwood looks to Renfro, had it stripped. Lincoln Prep goes the other way. This is Tate. Tate flanked by Lee, goes all the way in, layup off the backboard. Johnson grabs it. He is triple teamed. If he gets out of that, it's trouble. Lee gives to Kirkwood. Kirkwood lob is blocked by Shelby. Good hustle play by Shelby. Take away an alley-oop, and now he grabs the rebound and traveled with it, so it will stay with Grandview. Another wild sequence. We've had a couple of those in this ball game. It will be Grandview's ball underneath. .609 to go. This second half, that ball tipped, picked up, and laid in. Jaden Renfro was wanting a foul, but will settle for the layup, and the lead back up over 20 points. This is Tate driving. Crosses over, gets to Brown. Brown moving to his right, pulls up from about 18, short off the rim. Lee fighting for it, but it's grabbed. Now driving in was Cornelius. To the far corner, Saunders puts up a shumper. That doesn't go. Grabbed by Kirkwood. Kirkwood, flanked by 2, has it stripped. And now a 3-on-1. And Shelby will take the left-handed layup and lay it in with no problems. Defense to offense for the Blue Tigers. We are back to 19. Same deficit as halftime. Nice pass by Lee and a foul. And that is on Shelby. That is his 4th. Waiting to see who it's on. And it is on Zach Shelby, which is his 4th personal foul. And Marcus Johnson has the decision to make. Shelby's been doing a great job on the board side and passing side, and they need him in the ball game, but also do not want to go down a man in the 3rd quarter. Both free throws are right there, and Zach Shelby remains in the ball game with 4 fouls. His day is very close to over. He has to be careful now, and so difficult now when you can't contest. At the basket, nice drive and layup there for Cam Tate. And our deficit locked at 19, 3 minutes through the 3rd quarter. Shelby strips it, gotta be careful. That is thrown away. Tate grabs it, has a 2-on-1. He fakes it, will take it himself. Layup plus the foul, and how about Cam Tate providing a spark? He's got the last 4 points for Lincoln Prep. Nice little fake there to keep it himself and lay it up and in. He had Cornelius trailing on his left. Takes it himself, and as the free throw afterwards, he puts it through, and Lincoln Prep has cut it to 16. Sean Orvis checks into the game. Aiden Lee clear the pressure on his own. Cornelius is up top with the defense. That is a 3-point look that is not out of the range of Jaden Renfro, but he misses it and commits a foul on the other side of play, so looks like he will exit the game in favor of Josiah Goolsby. Cam Tate with it. He has provided the spark this 3rd quarter. Driving, putting it up. That does not go. Rebound fought for and claimed eventually by Nichols. Now Lee. Lee to the near side. This is Pickens spinning into the lane. Lost it going up, and a foul. Called on Muhammad. Excuse me, Cornelius down low for a strip. Looks like we will line him up for a shooting foul, and we talked earlier about the foul trouble Lincoln Prep can find itself in pretty quickly, and now you have on the bench with 4 Zach Shelby and Arion Cornelius with 3, who he will stay in the game, and now they will send Zion Simmons to check him in and give Cornelius a rest with 3 fouls. Both free throws roll off, but Goolsby claims the rebound. Open 3-point look, off the back rim, another offensive rebound for Lee. Lee swings it, this is Goolsby to the corner. Good ball movement right now from the Bulldogs. Floater, up and in. Kian Arendale has his 4th of the quarter. And the travel is going to be called on Simmons, who forgot to put the ball on the floor. Walked with it. Nichols beat his man easily. 5-on-4, drives in, running layup is good. Lead back up to 20 for the Bulldogs. Tate gives it to Brown. Brown driving on Arendale, comes into the lane, up off the backboard, wild shot, corralled by Nichols. Goolsby has a man in the corner, pass tipped and out of bounds by Orvis. 20-point ball game. It's been a tight third quarter, but an uneven second quarter looms large for Lincoln Prep. They're able to play with this Grandview team, no problem, but that run right now just proving to be too much. $20-point ball game. Grabbing it in the backcourt is Josiah Kirkwood, who's been quieter this third quarter but had a monster second quarter. He is into the double digits figure this game. Nichols slipped on his cut. Got back up all right. Kirkwood drives, floater, and guess he heard me because he immediately cuts and hits a nice floater, and Grandview on a 6-0 run. Darian Brown thinking about the three, given some space by Pickens. Draws a double, gets out of it. Now Tate. Tate swings it to Cornelius. Cornelius on the far side, driving on Kirkwood. Good defensive possession again for the Bulldogs. Brown out to Tate. Tate, long three, and is just off the right side of the rim. Not a bad shot. And Cam Tate, he's hit that a couple of times in this game. Now Pickens goes up, under, lays it up and in with no problem, and that height is just overwhelming. It's been Pickens, it's been Johnson, it's been Renfro, but inside, Bulldogs have been too much to handle. Nice drive from Simmons, that doesn't go. Brown fights for the rebound, again gets fouled, going back up, and he'll shoot a couple free throws. Nice hustle there from Brown. Pick up the offensive rebound. Lead currently sitting at 24 points. Brown trying to trim it down. Misses the first one off the short rim. Reminder, we've got great games coming up for you the rest of the day. Game 3, which will start 12 minutes after the immediate conclusion of this one. The Truman Patriots against the Blue Valley Tigers in Game 4. Got the Bishop Munier Stags against the Raytown Blue Jays. Kansas, Missouri matchup there. That is girls basketball, of course. And Kirkwood to Nichols. Now in the corner. Lee drives in, gives it to Pickens, who puts it on the floor. Up and in, plus the foul. Pickens just too much to handle as Grandview breaches the 60-point mark. Game 5 tonight, the Bayshore Linwood Ballcats against the Lee Summit Tigers. Of course, the Bayshore Linwood girls with a marathon game today, lasted over 2 hours, eventually falling to the Lincoln Prep Lady Blue Tigers. Kirkwood grabs the rebound. Nichols in the corner, three doesn't go. That is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pickens. 26 is the advantage. Reminder, with a lead of 30 or over, we will have a running clock in the fourth quarter, which would mean just 8 real-time minutes, provided there are no timeouts or injury stoppages. Brown blocked going up, fouled, and he will shoot a couple more. Darian Brown has been a bright spot today for Lincoln Prep. Game 6 tonight. Blue Valley North girl Mustangs against the Lee Summit West girl Titans, and those are two of the best teams in the Metro, and as Sean said earlier, two of the best teams for a while around. And then tonight, the Free State Firebirds on the Kansas side take on the Lee Summit West Titans, who are asserting their claim as the best in Kansas, Missouri, and beyond. Definitely right now the best team in the Metro, as Marcus Johnson calls a timeout. Our score 60-35 in favor of the Grandview Bulldogs. The Blue Tigers talk things over. 1:42 to go third quarter. We'll step aside. Be back in 30. 25-point ball game here. Grandview just trying to close out a win, and again, if they hit that 30-point mark, there's a running clock in the fourth quarter. Nichols facing some full court pressure. Kirkwood drives with his left. Von Fintel tries to close him off. He breaks the press, and Grandview will pull it out. Held up top here by Aiden Lee. Pretty soon you would expect the Grandview starters to leave the ball game. That is thrown away and claimed down low by Von Fintel. Now Darian Brown running with options. He's got a man in the corner. It's Cam Tate. Pulls up and throws it away. Nichols read that pass all the way. Nichols gives to Pickens. Pickens has Lee in the corner. He will pull up and shoot it from 10. It is missed. Offensive rebound. Kirkwood misses a layup. And now an outlet pass. Tate all the way on the other side of the floor. Left-handed layup goes. It was a very nice outlet pass from Darian Brown. Cam Tate, who has his 7th point of the quarter. Now Kirkwood drives. He's doubled on the near sideline, throws it all the way across court, and Aiden Lee puts up a 3. That would have been a heck of an assist from Kirkwood. Instead, Darian Brown clears it, takes it all 92 feet, but missed it off the left side of the rim. Goolsby, that pass was tipped accidentally by Nichols and given back to the Blue Tigers. .1 to go in this third quarter. Lincoln Prep has cut it to 23, so no running clock just yet. Darian Brown might hold for last shot here. No real reason to. Down this much. That pass is picked off. Nichols read it all the way, and he lays it up and in. Nichols has done that all game, just jamming the passing lanes. Now some full court pressure. 5 seconds to go. Darian Brown needs to go faster than this. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that three-point attempt is blocked at the end of the quarter. So we go into the fourth quarter. Both teams a little bit fatigued. Our score 62 for the Grandview Bulldogs and 37 for the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers. We'll step aside for a minute. Be right back here watching the 8-10 Varsity Showcase. We restart play here with Grandview holding a 25-point advantage and 8 minutes away from closing out their first 8-10 Varsity Showcase win of the year. Will be the last, as this is the last regular season showcase this year. That pass picked off by Johnson. Now Kirkwood running. Kirkwood pulls it out, was doubled, gives to Johnson. Johnson drives, and Darian Brown just left his assignment. Foul and a couple of free throws coming. Miscommunication there defensively from Lincoln Prep. Cool moment in between quarters here. The Grandview cheer team has been possibly the highlight of the game, and coaches from the Grandview side were giving them some support. And at the end of their cheer, the whole gym gives a loud cheer. They have been impressive and shown out today. Like I said earlier, I think about 20 of them over there on the right sideline. Johnson hits the first free throw. He goes 2 for 2, and our lead is 27. Darian Brown heads up the right sideline. This is Muhammad with it. He did not play much of the third quarter, dealing with a little bit of an injury. Far side now. Pulling it out and giving to Brown. Brown drives, tries to swing it to Cornelius, who drives through. Floater doesn't go. Brown grabs it underneath, throws it out. Intended for Muhammad. Now an open three-point look that is off the right side of the rim and cleared by Nichols. Nichols deals with the press himself. Good find. Aiden Lee lobs it up, and that counts for 2 points. We might see an emphatic slam there from Kobe Johnson. He gives a smile. He jumped a little early, but he tipped it in and earns the 2 points just the same. 29-point ball game. Christian Perez into the game now, and he has a foul to his name. A couple of free throws coming. And we'll start to see, I think, the cheerleaders again stealing the show on the far right side. You're starting to see the Grandview starters funnel out of this game. Kobe Johnson still in the ball game, but possibly sub soon, as checking back into the game is Zach Shelby. That free throw off the front of the rim, and now one basket gets us to a running clock. A reach-in foul called on Darian Brown, and now both teams in the 1-and-1 territory. Lee will throw this ball into Kirkwood. It's been an impressive showing for Kirkwood today, as that pass is given away. Cam Tate will drive, lay it up, no good. Brown, and now we've got an injury underneath the basket, and we will step aside for the moment, as I believe that is number 4, Cam Tate, down on the ground. So we will step aside, take a break, and hope that Cam Tate is okay. Unfortunately, that ends up being a short break. Just wanted to take the precaution. Cam Tate is all right and helped off under his own power. 66-38 ball game, 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Driving, throwing it up. Johnson takes it away. Now an outlet. Kirkwood driving, will go up with Brown, lays it up and in. And that is the 30-point mark, so we will have a running clock for the remainder of this game, in Grandview 6 minutes away from an emphatic showing on a neutral court. Coaches talk about all the time how nice these games are in terms of a state environment, because it's a neutral court. Both teams are away from home. Both teams are out of their element. It's all good preparation for state and for the playoffs, which will be transpiring in less than a month for both of these teams. 5:15 to go and counting in the ball game. This is Shelby with it. He is on his 4th foul, so he has to be careful for the remainder of this game if he wants to play it out. Brown, left-handed runner, goes. Darian Brown adds a couple more to his total for today. Pickens checking back into the game for Grandview. To the corner, that is stolen by Tate. Tate driving. He's got Gomez left to beat him. Nice Euro step to free himself up for a layup. 26-point ball game. Nichols with it. So fake to move on Fintel, now driving into the lane. Lost his dribble, gives it back to Johnson. Johnson driving in, layup doesn't go. Shelby almost picked up his 5th foul there, but he clears the rebound and Tate lays it up. That doesn't go, and a foul on the floor is called. It's the Grandview Bulldogs, and Mackay Husky picks that up. A couple more substitutions coming in. Actually, a starter coming back in Ken Arundel. 4:09 to go, 4th quarter. And we do have a stop clock, so that was my mistake on that rule. If it goes back below 30, the clock runs. It is a 1-and-1 for the foul on the floor. Free throw up and good. So another one coming for Cornelius, who was shaken up in the 1st quarter of this ball game. Looks like he is all right and will be okay as he hits both free throws, which is always good to see. Cam Tate picks off another pass, lays it up and in, plus the foul, and Lincoln Prep has scored 4 points in about 4 seconds, which is a good way to come back into this game. Cam Tate will get another free throw, and Grandview will have to clean things up a little bit. That free throw rolls home. Arundel with it, drives to the right. Wants to push it, gives to Mackay, who goes underneath. Pickens, layup, rolls off. Offensive rebound grabbed, and Brown strips it. Darian Brown driving all the way in. He's fouled going across the basket. Good. 3:50 to go in this 4th quarter. Brown puts up a free throw off the back rim. And now claimed by Arundel, who tried to throw it quickly to Christian Perez. And Cam Tate picks off another pass. Tate driving, finds Brown, puts up a 3, that rolls off. He would have really had a bit of a comeback on there if Brown had hit that, but rolls off, and now Grandview will slowly kill some clock. Arundel driving with his left to the corner. Perez for 3, he got it, and the Grandview bench up and loving it. Christian Perez, the senior, knocks through his first 3. Lead back up to 24, and this one is officially safe for the Bulldogs. When Fintel drives, intercepted by Arundel. 3 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Tate almost had another interception now. Nice bounce pass and a foul called on Zach Shelby. That will be his 5th, and he will head out of this ball game. A couple of free throws coming for Quazell Pickens. Pickens puts up the free throw and is off the back rim. About 2:24 p.m. here, and we can move our whole schedule back now about 40 minutes now. You have a game you're hoping to watch later. Move that expected time on the schedule back a little bit. Almost a lane violation there, which is obviously rare to see at this level. 2:50 to go in the ball game now. A full platoon of subs coming in for Grandview to close out this game. Tate almost had that stolen, comes down to claim it, and now Nichols strips him, but a whistle and a foul is called for a reach-in. Perez ran all the way down, hoping to grab a basket. .235 to go in the ball game. Cam Tate will shoot a couple. off the back rim, no good. And now some subs coming in for Grandview to give the starters a rest, and all 5 starters officially out of the ball game now for Grandview. A successful showing today for all of them in particular. Jaden Renfro, Josiah Kirkwood, Aiden Lee hit a couple of threes. Team performance today in this victory over another Class 5 opponent. 72-48. Nichols takes it all the way in. Nobody stops him. And he hits the layup. Cam Tate looking to push it. Driving with his left. Stops about 10 feet from the basket. Pulls it out. Cornelius thinking about it. Really thinking about it. Thought about a step back as well. Now throws it to Cam Tate. Tate drives. Layup does not go. And Perez clears it. Look to throw an outlet pass. He gets razzed a little bit by the bench for that pass attempt. Von Fintel in the corner, he walked with it before putting it on the floor. So it will be Grandview's basketball. This is Xavier Roan inbounding it. Now in the backcourt, Nichols. DeAndre Nichols drives. Driving with his right, slick little step over move, reverse layup, and that is too nice from DeAndre Nichols. Explanation point on his day today. Tate loses it out of bounds. It was tipped and will stay underneath the goal. .139 to go in this 4th quarter. That is poked out of bounds and will stay underneath once more. Tate with it. Tate has that kind of range, thinking about it. Now dribbling to his left, go up underneath, fouled, and off the backboard. Tate will shoot a couple of free throws. Now Lincoln Prep in the double bonus. He knocks that free throw home. Cam Tate been a bright spot today. Not a starter, but certainly keeping these types of game up. He will find himself in that role. Be close to a double-double with the amount of steals he has had. Perez in the corner. That's his spot, and he has another. That is 6. Christian Perez. Lead back up to 29. Grandview will move to 12-5. Lincoln Prep will drop down to 6-14. And Grandview trying to host some playoff games and find their way off to state. Those 2 glory years, 2018, 2019, where they went 28-2 and 29-1. Just about dream seasons. All the way in and an easy layup for Xavier Roan. The Grandview bench on its feet. All around smiles today for that program. Now a steal. Perez is up ahead. That is a couple of shots coming now for Xavier Roan. Senior getting some playing time at the end of the ball game, and he will close us out here as we have 15 seconds and ticking. Our next game features the Blue Valley Tigers and the Truman Patriots. That will be coming up 12 minutes after the conclusion of this ball game. There's another girls contest, our second of the day. Both free throws rattle home, and that is the ball game. The Grandview Bulldogs come into Lee Summit West and win on a neutral court. 83-50 is our score as a cheerleading battle erupting. A lot of fun today in game 2 of our 7-game showcase. We invite you to stick around and find our third stream of the day, the Truman Lady Patriots and the Blue Valley Lady Tigers, coming up in 12 minutes.